as I said on the last pod, yes, to you with me, I respect what Cristiano Ronaldo has achieved. He is on the Mount Rushmore of
Yeah, he is.
football. No
He
one's
is.
disputing that.
But he's
But
not the top.
Lionel's just a different level.
Yeah, yeah,
He's just a Cristiano Ronaldo is great, great.
yeah,
But Lionel is the GOAT.
yeah.
Simple as, bro. Like,
Spartans! What is your profession?
yes, people, another edition of Nights at the Round Table Discussions where we discuss all sports all the time. Got my guys, ST and Tooth in the building. How you doing, gentlemen?
Oh, what's
What's
going
good?
on, man?
It's the holiday season special, bro.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
bro. Like, listen, like I look forward to these poddies because like everyone's happy, everyone's in a merry mood, bruv. And then the talk just becomes even more reckless. But you know, as usual, bruv, we try not to get cancelled out here because like
No, we do. We really do try to get cancelled out here, bro.
It's already started.
Oh dear, but yes, people, we are back for our Christmas special. Footie Chat is back. We're back. The man and my back, and yeah, we're just going to be chopping it up, talking everything that's gone on. We're talking World Cup. We're talking Premier League return, and of course, we are talking about Lionel Messi. But as usual, before we start, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Get the likes up, get the subscriptions up. As I say all the time, share. We are here. And don't forget to join our social media pages as well. Links are in the description. People, you can't see what Tooth is doing right now, but he's making some next level concoction. Like, man's got the rum. And what was the other thing? What was that, Tooth?
Bro, it's the secret recipe, bro. I can't be revealing it on the poddy, bro, but I will let you know.
Well, if he's conked out, yeah, we apologize on his behalf, innit? You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. Like
100%. But people, listen, yes. World Cup is over. Listen, what a World Cup it was. Me personally, I thought it was fantastic. One of the best World Cups we've had. We had drama, we had upsets, we had goals. I don't think there was a boring game in the World Cup either. And we're talking about all the games, not just the big ones. And on a whole, Qatar put on a fantastic World Cup. We can't deny that. The propaganda from the mainstream media will tell you that this is going on. The World Cup stain, blah 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 blah. Listen, the quality of football was good. Qatar absolutely put on a show. Their stadiums were excellent. Apparently, the traveling to get from stadium to stadium was fantastic. There were no issues. And yeah, the legacy will be that they probably had one of the best World Cups ever. And that culminated in a great World Cup final between Argentina
and can I just say one thing, bro?
Yeah, go for it, bro.
No English fans got arrested. English fans got arrested for the first time ever.
And why is that?
They made history, bro. Qatar made history, bro.
Brother, 100%, bro, because they weren't allowed to bloody drink. That's why.
Exactly.
I'm telling you, bro. But yeah, culminated in a great final between Argentina and France. It was 3-3 after extra time. Argentina were 2-0 up, controlling the game for 75 minutes. And then there was a mad 5 minutes where France got a penalty, Mbappe scored, and then like literally a minute later, he scored a fantastic volley to make it 2-2 and take it to extra time. Then was it in the first half or the second half of extra time? I think it was in the second half of extra time. Argentina scored early, made it 3-2. We thought they were going to do it, and then another penalty for France, which Mbappe tucked away again, and that gave him a hat trick. And then we went to penalties, and it finished with Argentina winning 4-2 on penalties, and Argentina winning the World Cup for a third time. ST, I'm going to come to you first, right? Because obviously, as I said, it was a fantastic World Cup final. Lionel has finally got his World Cup. but just give us your take on that World Cup final. Firstly, how you saw it, and secondly, if you deem it to be one of the greatest World Cup finals of all time.
Oh man, when I was watching it, like there's a lot of football matches you generally say you're on your edge of the seat, and that was one. For the first 75 minutes, I'll be honest, it was Argentina's game. They neutralized the midfield. You know, they were making sure that Griezmann and Rabiot and Tchouameni weren't getting the ball. De Paul, I think it was Enzo Fernandez, and I forgot whoever. I think so. De Paul, Enzo Fernandez.
De Paul, and Enzo. McAllister and Enzo and were the two midfielders. De Paul was playing like right. I think was he playing right back? I think he was playing right back or right wing when I was with him.
Yeah. So those three were kind of dominating the middle. They were the dogs, and they were giving the ball to Messi to let him like dictate. And Messi was dictating, controlling the midfield, dropping into pockets. I mean, it even made the Deschamps at halftime change Giroud and Dembele, who both
before halftime, bro. Before halftime,
who both weren't. Who, to be honest, I understood why. Listen, I couldn't blame him. Like, he had to try something different. They brought on more pace in France, and after 75 minutes, it was a very, very, very stupid foul to give away by Otamendi. I was like, in the group, you even say I was fuming because in my head I'm like, this didn't make sense. Like, there was no need. He got on the wrong. So I think it was Kolomouani he got on the wrong side of. Sorry. Yeah. I'm just like, there was no need. He let the ball bounce. And as a defender, you never let the ball bounce. And then obviously he made a very stupid mistake. After that, the game was open. And what France did is that they were using their pace as well. And Argentina don't have pace at all. And they were struggling to deal with it. You know what I mean? And then France was starting dominating, doing things quickly. The introduction of Camavinga as well.
Oh.
He is some player.
Yeah.
He is some player. And then, and Mbappe did his thing, you know, what a second goal, honestly. People don't understand. If you play winger up front, you don't understand the technique it takes to score a goal like that. You'd have to look at the ball whilst actually trying to time the flight of the ball, trajectory of the ball. Mbappe showed why he is a world-class striker, to be honest, and he stepped up. And it was just a frantic. That extra time as well, probably the best extra time I've seen in a long, long time. Like, you don't usually, when it's extra time, you don't usually get much goals like that. Either it is because you're tired and a lot of stray passes were going on. The quality from both teams in extra time was still very high. Obviously, Messi scored his goal. And then again, it was a handball. And then Mbappe, man, the balls on that kid, slotted it, same side, confidence as well. And then the penalty shootout, it was a formality because Lloris can't save pens. We know this he's not a very good penalty saver, but that was probably one of the most exciting I think it's probably one of the best finals I've seen in my lifetime for the World Cup. It was really, really good spectacle. All the big players, most of them came to play. You know, it was exciting, had the edge of your seat. And you know what, man? Overall, it was a wonderful final, man. That's all I can say. And Messi, crowning moment, Messi just finally deserved his golden time and, you know, his World Cup, man. I'm just really happy for him, man. Honestly, he deserves it after the career he's had. A lot of questions about him as well, whether he will surpass Maradona, if he's the best. I think we can now safely say, like, trophies, actual performance as well, because we also have to give his performance. Like, he controlled the game, like, from the first 75 minutes to obviously after extra time, between parts of extra time and 75 minutes, Argentina had lost their way, but again, they then regained a bit of composure as well after I think Messi scored. But everything that was creative, he was instrumental. And I think that I don't usually give credit to any of these managers because I don't think international managers are great, but I think Scaloni did one thing correct. The balance of the team he got was correct because he let Messi shine, but he put people behind him just to facilitate him, and then he put the young bucks on each side and Di Maria on another side that will have the pace and can run in behind, and you let a person like that create. But honestly, what a final, man.
No, 100%. It was a fantastic final. And look, Tooth, in terms of Lionel, I mean, people, I forgot to mention, this is also the Lionel Appreciation Show. This is what it is. But Tooth, Lionel, listen, what a journey. Because if you would have turned around and said, after the defeat to Saudi Arabia, that Argentina will be lifting the World Cup, I think you'd have some doubters, but Lionel carried this team on his back and showed why he is one of the greatest of all time. But bro, just from your perspective, the Lionel performance, the rolling back the years, bro, what was your take on that? You're on mute, bro. You're on mute.
Yo.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, man. What is there to be said that hasn't already been said about Lionel? He's completed football, bro. In fact, I'm curious because you said one of the greatest. I'm curious to know who can we put above him? Like, who is there that we can put above him? I can't think. Everyone I can think of is either next to him or beneath him. No one is above him. You know
people will say, obviously, Pele, because I think Pele won, 3 World Cups? And the goal scoring record, people will still say Maradona. I don't know how they can, but some people will say. But the thing is, the people that say Pele and Maradona, they're of an older generation. So I can completely understand that. And then you've got the people that will say that guy. And me personally, I don't understand how he is even in the conversation anymore, in all honesty. So I get it for the Pele Maradona. I personally don't. I think Lionel's now the greatest because of everything that he's achieved. But I can respect the older generation and say, we saw these guys play and this is why we think this. But there's one guy that I cannot accept, and that is Cristiano Ronaldo. I can't. But sorry, bro, go for it.
No, bro, exactly. I see it the same way. I think a majority of people see it the same way. I think they will look at the Maradonas and the Peles. Well, first of all, they will look at Maradona and be like, he's not as good as he was. He wasn't as lethal as Lionel Messi. You know what I mean? Messi's goal per game ratio and the amount of things that Messi's won throughout his career will pale in comparison to Maradona, despite Maradona having more of a significance on the pitch, culturally, etc., etc.
Yeah.
Right? But strictly football speaking, there's nothing sort of Maradona hasn't done now, or Messi hasn't done it. If not, Messi's done more than Maradona. Of course. Arguably, with the amount that he's won as an individual player and with his team. Although that argument can always be countered with Maradona in Serie A with Napoli and doing what he done with them. Of course, there's that to be had. But still, I think the general consensus is Messi pips over Maradona for now.
Yeah, of course.
And Pele is even before Maradona, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Black and white TVs, and do you know what I mean? Like the World Cup was probably like 4 games in total. Like no one, like, do you know what I mean, bro? Like if you're bringing Pele into the discussion and you're 17, get the fuck out my face.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. Because you don't know anything. That's why I say the older generation can do that, bro. But me personally, bro, if you're our age and you're trying to say Pele, shut up. Shut up, because you're going off compilations, and this is the thing that I say all the time. When you try and go off compilations, bro, it doesn't work that way. It does not work that way. You have to see these players live And fortunately for us, we've seen Lionel, and this is why he is the GOAT for us. And it's one of them ones where the debate will always go on, and people will always have different top threes, top fives, or whatever. Like I've seen a couple of people putting Di Stefano in there as well. Like, and like you wouldn't even, like me personally, I wouldn't even bring that name up. But this is the thing: everyone's gonna have their own opinion on it. But I'm sorry, after this World Cup, Lionel is the GOAT for me, because as Tooth said, he's completed football. He's clocked it, bro. Like he has nothing else to prove. Imagine 2 years ago, the CPR7 fanboys were saying, well, Lionel hasn't even won a Copa America. Cristiano's got Euros, bro. And in 2 years, Lionel went and won the Copa America, and then the year after went and won the World Cup. Go on, bro.
And he won the what's that one where the South Americans and the
Copa Ladore. I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah. So let's be real. He's clocked football. Like, there's nothing for him to. There's nothing. All he and even that he's playing against
League as well.
Yeah, Champions League.
There's
Imagine
Champions League.
The Champions League at PSG, because that I'm gonna say that is going to be. I'm gonna really be interested to see what PSG are about. It's gonna be serious because Messi's gonna be on a high. Mbappe is gonna be on killing people. Neymar, for me, let himself down in that, but I think he's gonna want to rejuvenate himself, bro. It's gonna be crazy, man.
No, 100%.
This is what I'm saying, man. Like, look, man. He got a few shady calls in that World Cup as well. You know, FIFA are going to be trying to get in this Champions League, bruv. Let's just all pray. Let's all pray, please, because this is what we want to see, bro. We're not going to get better than this. I'm telling you now. Mbappe, as good as he is, trust me, bro. I've got a lot to say on Mbappe. I do. But as good as he is, bruv, yeah, and this is not even biased, bruv, by the age of 23, 24, just go look up what Messi achieved, right? Ballon d'Ors galore, bruv. He was handing it out to his fucking gardeners. He didn't even have space in his cabinet anymore. Do you know what I mean? Champions League galore, bruv. Like, glittered with La Liga. You know what I mean? Like, so when it comes to really unpacking these two, as great as Mbappe is, bruv, Messi 10 years on is still collecting ballons. That's got do you know what I mean? We're not gonna get better than this, but let's basically all pray and hope that he wins the Champions League and have the Copa America, World Cup, Champions League back to back on some Michael Jordan shit, bruv. And then bow out, and then just bow out.
Exactly. Just drop the mic and bow out. And people, you need to understand. And I think it's time we educate the CPR7 fanboys here. Yeah, we've got a guy at 35, right? That was at a World Cup. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. It was a 2014 World Cup final. He got to, right, versus Germany, and lost that 1-0. So he lost to 2014 World Cup with a better team, with better players.
Yeah.
And he came into this one, which was either the decent players were past it, or young up-and-coming players, or you just had crap players, bruv. Like Acuna, bruv. Oh, my days, bruv. Like,
Martinez as well. Martinez.
Oh, bruv. Lautaro Martinez, who tried to single-handedly cost...
He's trying to do Higuain.
Bruv, he tried to cost Messi the World Cup, bruv. Go on to.
Yeah.
Yo, bruv, I've got a segment in the show later on, yeah? It's called Fraud Watch. I just want you two to just sit back. Do you know what I mean? I've got my list ready.
Don't worry.
You get me? And we're going to unpack these frauds, bruv. Don't watch. We'll get to them, bruv. We'll get to sorry, bro. Go on, because you were talking about much more important matters. So I hate to...
Go ahead.
No worries, bro. No worries. But yeah, at 35, right? Lionel... Bro, rolling back the years, bro. Like, you know which one did it for me? The game against Croatia, when he just looked like old Lionel. Remember old Lionel that made Jerome Boateng sit down? Old Lionel that, bro, against Arsenal, ran through 4 or 5 players. That's what he looked like. What's my man's name? Garvado. who
he's a
is
very
very good centre back, bruv.
very good centre back. I've been watching.
Very good centre back, bruv. He just, bruv. He said, young man, sit down. He's like, the GOAT is here. Young man, sit down. And I just think to myself, Lionel, 7 goals. He was second top goal scorer in the World Cup. Joint with the most assists, bro. Was controlling games. Right? And they couldn't do anything with him. And yes, people will say, oh, but how many penalties did he score? Who cares, bruv? Bear in mind, Lionel's penalty record is poor, bruv.
Yeah.
Like, his penalty record is poor. So you put that all together and you're just like, what are we talking about? Why are we talking? Why? Bro, he's the GOAT. There's nothing better. CPR7's never going to win a World Cup. Never. He's never going to get another Champions League, right? And we're sitting here, Lionel's got his World Cup and has still the opportunity to go and get another Champions League, bruv. Like, bruv, 7 Ballon d'Ors. And I know people will say, oh, what the Ballon d'Ors popularity contest. 7 Ballon d'Ors, most that anyone's ever got. He's got the World Cup, got his Copa America, 10 La Liga titles, 7 Spanish Cups, 8 Super Cups, Liga title, which he's going to probably get another one. People forget, I know it's not as important, but it's a tick box. Olympic gold medalist as well with Argentina. Yeah. Won the under-20 World Cup. Let's not forget that.
Yeah.
Right? 3 UEFA Super Cups, 4 Champions Leagues and 4 Club World Cups. Like, what are we talking about?
And we haven't even talked about all his individual goal scoring awards and all this stuff like that.
But this is what I'm saying. And listen, as I said on the last pod, yes, to you with me, I respect what Cristiano Ronaldo has achieved. He is on the Mount Rushmore of football. No one's disputing that. But Lionel's just a different level.
Yeah.
He's just Cristiano Ronaldo is great.
Yeah.
But Lionel is the GOAT.
Yeah.
Simple as, bro. Like, Cristiano started off as a winger on the wing, right? And then adapted and changed his game, became a centre forward when the legs started to go and scored the amount of goals. Goal scoring, phenomenal. No one's ever going to touch that. Fair enough. But Lionel was scoring goals. He's not that far off in terms of scoring goals. And bro, the assists and the controlling the games. How can Lionel go from, remember, Lionel started off on the left wing, went over to the right wing, then was playing false 9, right? And now man just drifts and man can play the number 8, the number 10, still can play up front as well. Like, what are we talking about? When it comes to the bruv, there's no comparison no more. The World Cup just cemented it. I said it the last time. CPR's in trouble if he wins the World Cup, and he has. There's no more conversation. Like I was seeing on Instagram, people saying, oh, what Cristiano this and Cristiano, look how many. Shut up. Just appreciate that we've watched 2 of the best of all time. There's nothing wrong with being second. It's what the truth is. So it's what the truth and Mr. KA can't understand about LeBron. There's nothing wrong with being second. There's nothing wrong with being second, bro. You're still great. You're still on the top. But just like Jordan, Lionel is just that much better, bro. Simple as. Dude, what are you going to say, Rock? I see you cracking up.
Bro, that was a great plug for the next mythical NBA podcast, bro.
Listen, I'm still out of that one.
Soon, bro. Coming soon, bro. Trust me, I'm gonna get KA and the truth on it, bro. But you know, truth's been cancelled from Footie chat, bro. I'm still gonna try and get him on NBA talk. But look, listen, it's not what the fuck. Sorry, people. I got City and Liverpool in the background. City just scored, but now Liverpool's just scored, so it's 2-2 now. But ST, we know obviously we're all in agreement about Lionel, but we have to respect Mbappe, bro, because this kid is phenomenal. The top goal scorer in the World Cup, 8 goals, bro. Man scored 12 goals in 2 World Cups. He's 4 off Miroslav Klose, and 5 makes him the all-time top goal scorer. He's going to smash that record. He's going to smash the French goal scoring record as well. Bro, I felt for him because you score a hat-trick and you lose. Like, that's unheard of. You score a hat-trick and you lose, bro. And in that instance, when you look at France, because as much as they've got, bruv, we know France, bruv, France's squad is a cheat code, and we know they had so many injuries, but still the players that they had on the pitch, and he still put them on his back. Like, we just have to show some appreciation to Mbappe, bro, because it's crazy that he lost that game.
I feel so sorry for him. Watching that final, I was like, I'm just looking at, if I was him, I'd be looking at the other French players, like your Griezmann and Giroud. I'll be like, where were you guys?
Don't be wrong. Before you continue, Griezmann was their best player in the World Cup before that World Cup final.
But in that particular, don't get me wrong, Griezmann was good. I'll be looking, actually, no, let me allow Griezmann, because I think Griezmann was their best player through the whole World Cup, to be fair. And I thought Tchouaméni wasn't far behind him.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at people like Dembele. I'm looking at you like, bro, I love Dembele as a footballer, but I'm looking at you mentally. I'm like, yeah, you're taking the mick. Even Varane, have you seen what Varane?
Bro, listen, that Varane better not come back to Man United, you know, because I don't want it.
Final was terrible.
I don't want it.
Yeah, Upamecano, terrible. I don't know how Konate was their best defender.
Yeah,
but anyway,
100%.
What I was saying is that Mbappe is amazing. Mentally, he is so strong, bro, and he's just a killer. And what impressed me about him is that he will the mentality for me to take 3 penalties and score them.
Put them all in the same place.
Finish. Confidence. And to put them literally on his back at that time when we were all saying, like, obviously there are times there, if you watch Mbappe, even though he's still very young, he still goes missing sometimes, you know. I don't think he's technically he's very, very good, but I don't think he's technically there. Obviously he's 23, but for him to do that, all this stuff at 23, you don't understand how difficult it is. 1 World Cup win, 1 World Cup final, he scored 4 goals in 2 World Cup finals. It's honestly, like, he is a special talent, man. And I hope and pray, like, he develops his game. Hopefully he learns from Lionel. I really want him to learn from Lionel for at least a year. And then after that, go to another club, cement yourself, cement your legacy, just improve, you know what I mean? Because he has the potential to do it. But as a player, man, I felt sorry for him. He doesn't deserve to lose that final. He got the golden ball. The goal and the top scorer, rightly so, deserved it. Obviously in the team of the tournament. And, you know, he's just a very special footballer mentally. He's very strong. He's back at PSG now. He's going to mash and work for the next half season, you know what I mean? And honestly, he's got a really, really amazing future ahead of him. He's a future GOAT. Even now, you can probably say he's GOAT here, but I feel like he's still got a lot to do, personally, because he's still young.
Yeah.
But he's gonna smash all records. He's a very special footballer. Mentally, he's amazing, you know what I mean? Like, I respect Mbappe so much, and especially after this performance. I always thought he was top, but this kind of cements it in the sense that he's dealt with the pressure and at a young age, because certain penalties are still in Tottenham's ground, you know what I mean? You know what I mean, bro? Like, and other guys are scoring penalties free, stepping up, you know what I mean? Like, showing his leadership, you know what I mean? And at 23, that's such a difficult thing to do. You're still learning and developing the game yourself. But to actually put a team, and especially a team like France, where there are so many egos, so many superstars, so many people that are very, egotistical, have a lot of confidence in themselves, a lot of egos, and for you to actually put them on your back, show leadership in that sort of squad, you must have a really, really big personality to do that. And at that young age, man, I'm really impressed with that guy, you know what I mean?
Nah, 100%. Listen, shout out to Mbappe, bruv. It's unfortunate that he ended up losing the World Cup final, but bruv, the GOAT couldn't be denied this time. Finally, Tooth, bro, go for it, bruv. Go for your fraud watch, bro, because there were a lot of frauds in this World Cup, and people, as I said, it was full of drama, full of shocks, all sorts. You couldn't ask for a better, but bro, go through your fraud watch, bro. We listening.
I will do. So, But just quickly, man, I've got just one thing to add on Mbappe, man. Let's remember that he missed the penalty that knocked France out of the Euros against Switzerland.
Yes, come back from that as well. Yeah, no, 100. I forgot about that.
Didn't it?
Yeah,
because you were talking about mentality in it, bruv, and I was like, yeah, for real, bruv. Remember that, like, and the French turned on him and everything, and he was being called a fraud, which is what we're gonna get into, bruv. Fraud what?
Nice segue.
Segue, bruv. I'm telling you, man's got the plug. You, man, sit back, relax. Let me take over the show. Do you know what I mean? We're on fraud watch right now, bruv. Bangkok Rolexes, bruv. Get me? Number one on the list. Coming in at number one, bro. This is TJ's homeboy.
This guy's an idiot, bro.
Man like Bobby Martinez, bro. You made it to number one. You made it to number one, bro. Roberto
number
Martinez.
2, yeah?
No, number two. All right. But first of all, Roberto Chicken Run Martinez.
Oh, him. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Roberto Chicken Run Martinez, bruv, completely blocked this golden generation of Belgium. Nothing more to say. There's no highlights. There's no compilations. There's nothing. Dead food. Number two, also TJ's homeboy. All right? Tite from Brazil. Complete fraud, all right? Complete, utter fraud, bruv. You had endless amounts of talent, all right? And you brought on Fred, who was also made fraud watch. But not at number 3, bruv. At number 3, we have Santos, Portugal's coach, all right? Complete and utter fraud, bruv, all right? Listen, bruv, he got lucky with one decision, bruv. Hit the lottery.
Greatest decision that he ever made.
Yeah,
bro.
he made. Listen, that one was
decision
easy
he ever
one.
made, bro.
That was the right one, bro. That was the right decision.
Listen. This idiot thought he could win the lottery twice, bro. It doesn't work like that. You gotta know football. You gotta be able to manage a fucking football team, all right? You can't just have the world's best player on your team for the last however many years. Rely on him, and when his gas tank starts to run dry, take him off, get a miracle victory, and then try doing the same. Like, this guy has no football brain, bro. Let's keep it real. He looks like a bus driver. He looks like Portugal. Bro, he looks like that economic crash hit Portugal so badly that they had to hire the fucking coach driver, bro. Be like, look, you just take the job. You got Ronaldo on the team, all right, just do your best. And he managed to get this far. But anyway, next, speaking of Portugal, coming in at number 4, this is going to shock a few of you, all right?
Don't you dare.
Felix.
Don't you dare.
No.
Don't you dare.
João Felix.
No. I can't take. No.
I'm not accepting that.
I'm not accepting that. This guy is playing for the Devils.
Bro, this guy played for the 2 most negative managers ever, bro. Leave it, bro. Leave it.
Because even Bernardo Silva is not playing well under this guy as well. So, I can't even. He's
all very valid point. All very, very, very valid point, right? Now, I was always under the impression that João Felix is this bad boy player, right? And he's kind of slept on. He has these great moments. Bro, I watched him on the world's biggest stage, and this guy did fuck all. They even took off Ronaldo, bruv. And some youth from the fucking favelas of Porto came on the pitch and scored a hat-trick before you ever got a fucking sniff of goal.
No, he scored against Ghana, didn't he?
Yeah.
Bruv, hey. That's disrespectful,
I know.
bruv. That's disrespectful, bro. Do you know what I mean? So moving on, number 5, we're all gonna agree with number 5. We're all gonna agree with number 5. Not much really needs to be said. Gonzalo Higuain 2.0.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Lautaro Martinez, bro. He's a criminal, bro.
At least Gonzalo Higuain is a decent striker. This guy is worse.
He's a criminal, bro. Imagine this guy came on and basically said, I am going to miss every single chance so Messi can't. Remember, Higuain's the one that lost it for him in 2014. This guy said, I'm going to go one better. I'm going to have 3 chances to score. I'm going to miss them all, bruv. Oh, my days, I was going to kill him. Because the amount of chances he, bruv, oh, my God. He's, bruv.
You took the words right out of my mouth,
bro. Imagine Inter are saying 100 mil. 100 mil for this guy, bro. This guy has obviously been learning from Lukaku, bruv.
I listen, Conte is a madman. How did you get those two to play football like that? Hey.
Proper. Yeah, for real. And that hey, shout out Conte. Because however he fucking managed to get goals out of them.
I don't know, bro.
Do you know what I mean? But moving on. We're staying with Argentina. All right, we're staying with Argentina. Moving on, Acuna.
Bro, that guy's so rubbish, bro.
Sevilla need to sell this guy, bro. I don't know why. He's dead for Sevilla as well.
He's so rubbish, bro.
How Tagliafico didn't start ahead of him, bro? They're taking a mick.
Trust me, Acuna, you're on fraud watch. Martinez on fraud watch. I'm staying with the Argentina team. We're moving on to the coach now as well, Scaloni.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Fraud watch, because he gives me the same, bro. He gives me the same vibes, bro. He gives me the same vibes as Santos and Tite.
He's better than
me the same vibe.
Nah, bro. Like, it's hard. Like, I hear where you're coming from, but because international football is not great, yeah. But I'm gonna lie, yeah. Scaloni, yeah. Even after the first match, he changed their shape around. I have to give him that. He shows some tactical nous in games. I've seen that at least. These other guys, they don't care. It's just one player, inshallah, not him. Like,
trust me, bruv. Especially in Qatar, bruv. You know what I mean? Bismillah, bruv. Like,
yeah, that's it.
I'm telling you, bruv. Just throw him on Ole settings, bruv. Throw him on. Do what you did at PSG, bruv. Just do that. Do you know what I mean?
I have to kind of defend Scaloni. Scaloni didn't do a bad job, to be fair. If I'm being honest.
Fair enough. But last but not least, this is again going to stir the pot a bit. You Man United fans are going to get pissed. His name rhymes with fraud, and it's Fred. All right. This man came on, and Brazil got knocked out the World Cup, bro.
Nah, yeah.
And that's the end of fraud watch, bro.
He didn't play well. Fred didn't play well. I can't even defend him, bro. I can't defend him.
Bro.
I can't believe this guy left Bottlegate out of the fraud watch, bro.
Yeah, where's Southgate?
I can't believe this guy left Bottlegate out of the fraud watch,
you know what, yeah? I'm going to hand it over to you now, TJ. You can get into Bottlegate. But for this segment, yeah, I'd like to see, bruv, every single one of these players are listed like on the screen, bruv. They need to be exposed to the world, bruv.
Yep.
All right, they need to be hung out to dry.
100. I'll do that.
You know what I mean? But
me, I can add to that. So the AU brothers.
Oh my lord.
They're on fraud watch.
Bruv, not even fraud watch, bruv. They need to be chucked out, bruv. Like I told you, as long as these guys are playing for Ghana, bruv, you lot aren't doing anything, bruv. They're a curse.
The manager as well for Ghana, he's gone. Another fraud.
Bro, this guy's just listing off the entire Ghana team, bro.
They're all
He's still upset, bro. He's still upset.
I'm still annoyed. Kudus,
big up Kudus. Big up Kudus, though.
He's looking at everybody saying these men are sidemen. You lot are all crap. Why am I playing with you lot?
Nah, 100%.
All the West African teams as well. West African teams, apart from Senegal, you're foolish.
I'm telling you. Oh, man, we got to wrap up, but quickly, finally, bro, Bottlegate till 2024. Tooth, can we say we don't have to worry? Can we say we don't have to worry?
Listen, I'm on Rio Ferdinand time right now. Lifetime contract. Keep him in. All right. I want to see more quarterfinal knockouts. That's what I'm signing up for. Keep this man in.
100%.
Hey, TJ. I'm just gonna say, inshallah.
Listen, okay, people, we got to move on. But what a fantastic World Cup, as I said. Listen, you're gonna have your opinions about it. You're gonna say, but don't suck the media ball sack, the mainstream media. It was a fantastic World Cup. It went well. No issues. No fighting. No drunken battles. All the games went well. We had drama, we had suspense, we had excitement, we had entertainment. Smooth as smooth as it could be, because there's always going to be teething problems. I understand that, obviously, for the people that died working out there, but they're going to be reimbursed. As I said, there's worse things going on. You've said it on the previous poddies. What about the people working in the Nike factories? What about people working in the Adidas factories? What about the people working at Wembley? They ask for you to respect their laws, and move on. You tried to push an agenda, it didn't work. Simple as. But we have to say one thing, we enjoyed it. It was fantastic. Though we may not want it in the winter again, I'm more than happy with Qatar and what they have produced for the World Cup. So Qatar, thank you and salute. And the final thing, Lionel getting two. Just explain to the people, because I wasn't too sure. You know the thing that they gave Lionel to wear, like
the beast.
Just explain that.
Yeah, bruv. So that is like, especially being given it by royalty, is similar to being like knighted. Do you know what I mean? If someone of that significance giving something to you, it's very important, especially in their culture, like a robe or royal robe. Bro, they have it in African culture as well. You know what I mean? The dignitaries and stuff, and like it's made of a special cloth specifically for.
It's in my culture as well. They do the same thing. If you're meeting like the chief or someone very important, you give them this really expensive clothing. It's to show you the respect.
Well, this is it.
Exactly.
But then people are there moaning, saying, "Oh, why did they do it? Oh, they tried to steal the thunder. Oh, they had to." Shut up. Stop trying to make problems out of everything. It's the most respected thing. Lionel knew what it was, and Lionel respected the thing. You get me? And he was happy to wear it, right? And he lifted the World Cup. Simple as. He got the biggest honor he could be given by someone of royalty in Qatar, and you lot are bitching about it just because your plan failed. Like, get over yourselves. Get over yourselves. But yeah, that's it, bro. Qatar, thank you for a great World Cup. But as the World Cup is finally over, as I said, Carabao Cup is going on right now, and we're moving into the Premier League being back, coming back. And as we see the state of play right now, Arsenal on top of the league, 5 points clear of City. Tooth, your boys, Newcastle, are third.
Playing some good football as well.
Spurs are fourth.
If we beat Leicester, we're going second, bro.
You'll beat Leicester.
It's crazy, and we're excited to have the Premier League back because it's just gonna go off. Unfortunately, we've got no Arsenal representation here right now, but we're gonna talk about Arsenal anyway because, Chief, you know, Arteta for life, brother. Mike L, we trust. Tooth.
What about Chelsea representation, bro?
Who the fuck cares about Chelsea? Who cares about Chelsea? Fuck them. Who cares about Chelsea, bro? But for you, yeah, when you look at it, Arsenal 5 points clear of City. We're going into this part of the season now. Do you think they can emulate what they did in the beginning of the season and push all Man City all the way, especially now that Jesus is out and sources are saying that he may not be back till mid-February? Do you think Arsenal can keep the pace, or do you think that they're just going to drop off because they're going to have to be playing with Eddie Murphy and Ketia up front?
Do you know what's mad, yeah? Is that for the first time in a long time, I think we can look at this Arsenal squad and say Arteta has finally fixed the mentality at Arsenal. If he's fixed anything, he seems to have fixed the mentality of those players. The way they've come out and played this season, you could tell they've been possessed by his plans, his vision. So he's very well got the dressing room on his side to play the way he wants them to play. I don't think they have the depth in the squad, especially with the injury to our Jesus. Yes. And now it's a question of some of these players are coming back from the World Cup. Obviously, like they've had enough time to recover, whatever, prepare. But fatigue is fatigue, innit, man? And will these players that they have remaining in the squad be good enough to maintain that lead? Maybe, maybe not. But realistically, if they don't win it this season, I don't know. I don't feel they'll have a better opportunity other than the one they have now. They're sitting 5 points clear at the top. And if it's going to be a Jesus injury that makes them lose the Premier League, then that's, you know, we say Spursy, but that is a very typical Arsenal thing, isn't it? Like capitulating right mid-season. Like it always happens.
It's true. Remember
even last season, isn't it? Even last season, like they were smashing it up until this point, and then they started dropping.
It was the
last
Champions
season
League.
they went on a mad run.
Yeah.
And then in February, it's always February, March time for Arsenal. They just lose it all because I remember they went and lost 4 games on the bounce.
They lost to Tottenham, they lost to Newcastle.
But the thing is, they did that, and then they went and won 4 games that they were never expected to win. And then they lost again. And then they lost to Spurs. They lost to Spurs, and But it's ST. Arsenal weren't expected to win the league this season, right? They're in a fantastic position right now. With Jesus injured, A, do they have to go out and buy? But B, will it be the end of the world if they were to falter but still finish in the top 4?
If for me personally, I guess it depends on what their objective was. I guess it changes. If their objective is top 4, I think that yes, top 4 will be good for them. I don't think Arteta will be sacked because of getting top 4. I think that's what the objective is. But I think Tu said it correctly. Like, first of all, I don't think Arsenal have the depth at the moment to sustain it. Even top 4 might be a struggle. And I'll tell you this reason why. Nketiah is not going to get you goals. And you're going to have to rely on Saka and Martinelli, who, as good as they are very young. So what you need to do is you need to bolster that attack. And even before the season started, as well as Arsenal have done, I was always saying, you were saying, other people were saying that their squad was very, very thin. And they needed people to actually be in the squad to bolster them up, just in case stuff like this would happen. I think I think the management will be happy with 4th place. I just don't think that their fans will be. If I was the fans, I'd be very frustrated. For the simple fact is, you're in the best position for a long time you ever been. I've never seen Arsenal in this position for about a good 15 years at least, or something like that.
No, 100%. And I agree with you. I agree with you. Go on.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Arsenal, I don't think will have a better, as Tu said, will have a better chance to win it now. And for me, they should strike. I would be fuming if Arsenal didn't at least win the league or even get second, because this is probably your best opportunity in years to do something great.
Trust me. 5 points at the top at Christmas with none of the other competition looking like a threat. Chelsea don't look like a threat. Liverpool don't look like a threat. Man United don't look like a threat. You've lost the striker. If I was the chairman, I'd fuck it, whatever. 150 million, get fucking whoever you need.
And even Man City are not the best. Man City are not the best. Like, they're playing to Haaland's strengths, but when you do that, you're taking out the fluidity of Manchester City, which made them strong, and they're a weaker side for it. So this is the best opportunity. It's like when Leicester won the league. That was another opportunity for Arsenal to win the league. You know what I mean?
And look how much. And the thing is, if they spend money on a striker now, and if they win the Premier League, the money that they spent on the striker will be recouped from the money that they won by winning the league. So it's just, they have to, like, if they're this transfer window will tell us what their priorities are.
100%.
If they go out and buy a bad boy striker, they're trying to win the league.
Yeah.
If they're not, then you kind of know, like, yeah, they've given up on it, which I don't see why, because like I said, 5 points clear at the top. None of the other competition look like a threat at the moment.
No.
So they better strike while the iron's hot.
No, 100%. And you're 100% right. I think I agree with you lot completely. There's not going to be a better opportunity for them to win the league. I think they have to go out and buy. January is a very difficult window to buy, but there's obviously, I think we mentioned it, Memphis, 4 million. He could be a good asset. João Felix, people are calling for him on loan.
And then there's the
I
Ukrainian
think,
brother Maruchik. He's very. I've
yeah,
seen him play a lot.
he's all right. And then you've got that Ramos guy, obviously the one that came up of Portugal, being
Benfica.
touted from Benfica. So there are options out there, and Arsenal are going to have to look to do something, because if they don't and they stick with Eddie Murphy and Ketia, bruv, you're trying to fall back into the Europa League. That's what you're trying to do if you're going with him as your main guy, 100%. But two, when we look at City, right, as ST said, they're playing to Haaland's strengths, but they're not as fluid as they normally are. Will Man City be concerned, especially after, I think, what was it, losing the last game before the season went on a break? Will City fans be concerned, or is it a case of, well, we all know what they can do? They could just easily just turn it on and go win 10 games on the bounce and cruise and run away with it. Will they be concerned, or will it be a case of, yeah, okay, we didn't do as much, but now with the World Cup now over, we can focus solely on the league? Or is the Champions League now becoming a distraction because they want it so badly?
That's exactly what it is. In my opinion, I think City will definitely be focusing on the Champions League. That's always been Pep's priority. Always. Champions League champ. He's just trying to rack up as many Champions Leagues as possible, and that fits in with Man City's ideology of finally winning one. The position they are in the league is not unfamiliar to them. What was it, 2 seasons ago when they picked Liverpool right at the end of the season?
Yeah.
Whenever it was. So this is a very familiar position to them. They are filled to the max with quality, bro, in abundance. So they don't really need to go out in January and do anything. You know what I mean? It's just about polishing up their form in the league. However, like I said, the Champions League is always going to be the number one on the bucket list for City, because it's the only one they haven't touched. And again, right now, it's only 5 points, bruv. 2 games can change that. In a blink of an eye, that can change. So I don't think they're going to be too worried. And even if they finish second, but win the Champions League or have a really good Champions League run, like a final again, I think City fans will be somewhat satisfied, because they can build off of that for next season. You know what I mean? So, City got it kind of cushy when you think about it. They've got those sort of good problems. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think their team is kind of built for the way cup competition for me this year, because you have that team where you don't really need to necessarily dominate matches like you used to, but you have that person up front with Haaland that will just score goals. And then, as you've seen, you got someone like Julian Alvarez who'll come on. You got Foden, Grealish. They'll win matches for you. I think they're built for the cups this year.
I don't disagree. I personally still think City are going to win the league, but I do think they have an eye in the Champions League, and I think that is the priority. But I still think that they'll pip Arsenal to the league. I can't see them, and it could potentially be a cup double for them in terms of the league and the Champions League. It's going to be very difficult in the Champions League, but you wouldn't put it past City with Haaland going on doing that. But then the GOAT may not be denied. After winning the World Cup.
You have Mbappe as well. Them men are gonna be they're gonna play well for both for different reasons.
I'm telling you, but when we look at the fixtures, I think Arsenal's next 6 fixtures, they got West Ham at home, Brighton away, Newcastle at home, Oxford away in the FA Cup, and then they got 2 big ones, Spurs away and Man United away. When you look at those games, those aren't easy games to not have Gabriel Jesus. West Ham at home, all right, fair enough. They haven't been the best, but they're still a good team. Brighton away, we've seen the type of football that they've played. Newcastle at home, no one wants to play Newcastle. No. Nobody. And then you've got the North London derby and then United at home. So they've got some big games coming up where players are going to have to step up. And then when you look on the flip side for City, they've got Leeds away, Everton at home, and then they've got back-to-back games. They've got Chelsea away in the league, and then they've got Chelsea at home in the FA Cup. Then United away, and then Spurs at home. So City have got some big games coming up. Only difference is City will have their players for these games. So even though when you look on paper, City probably have the harder run with those last 4 games, that I said, without Jesus and what he does for Arsenal and Eddie Murphy up front, you're leaning towards City more than Arsenal right now as it kicks off. Rah, bruv. Fabinho's on the floor and all sorts. Bruv, it's all because Darwin missed, bruv. It's all because Noodles missed, bruv, again. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens and how the title race unfolds. But Tooth, I need to speak to you, bruv, because we haven't, bruv. And we know how much of a good mood you're in, bruv, and how happy you were before the World Cup. Newcastle currently in third place, bro, chilling. Obviously, I think before the season started, I think you probably would have taken Europa League spot. But now, bro,
I would have taken way less than that, bro.
Man said you would have taken conference. You would have taken Conference League. But now that you're in third,
trust me, give me mid-table finish, bro. I would have been happy. But yeah, sorry, bro.
Now you're in third place, bro. The type of football that has been playing by the answer, Eddie Howe. Has the expectation changed? Are you expecting now that Champions League football is the priority? Are we going back to the late 90s, early 2000s with the greatest Newcastle striker of all time in Aspria? Are we going back with Solano and Robbie and all them, man, bruv? Is that what we're looking at now? Or are you still being a little bit optimistic and basically saying, I'd still take Europa League, but Europe is the minimum? Is Europe the minimum now? Or is Champions League the minimum now?
Bro, you've known me for how many years? And every year I've told you, if we don't get relegated, I'm happy. All right? And that still stays the same this year. I'm just riding the wave, bro. This is like a roller coaster to me. I feel like, I'm incredibly high right now because of the position we're in the table. But I know knowing Newcastle, we could easily plummet at any moment. However, I do have faith that habit that we had is now slowly changing because of the answer, Eddie Howe, bro. And quite frankly, we will have a European spot, whether it's Champions League or Europa League, or even Europa Conference. We will have a European spot. I don't think we will fall off that badly.
Yeah, neither do I.
Neither do I. No.
I don't. Yeah. So Europe is definitely going to be on the calendar next season, bro. However, if I'm being really optimistic, bro, I'm going to stir the pot again one more time, bro. Why is no one talking about Newcastle winning the league, bro? Do you know what I mean? If we beat Leicester, we go second.
Yeah, I forget how close you guys are. Listen, I can't.
We are. Do you know what I mean?
Well, mathematically, you're in the race.
CJ.
Mathematically, you're in the race.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Mathematically, we're in the race, bro. So, if he wins, bro, I think the greatest manager of all time is cemented. It's solidified, bro. It's got to be Eddie Howe, bro. Oh, God. Yeah, bro, I'm buzzing. If you can't tell, I'm fucking buzzing.
No, but you deserve to be happy, man. You lot have been playing, and the thing is,
listen. With the trash that you've had to deal with for however many years, and the trials and tribulations that have gone at Newcastle Football Club, bruv, and the managers that you've had, bruv, Steve Bruce, and then man there, bruv, Alan Pardew with the 6-year deal, bruv. Like, you have every...
The OG, bruv. The OG. Alan Pardew, bruv. 8-year contract. This is where all this contract shit really started, bruv. Yeah. It was all with Alan Pardew, bruv. But, bro, I just want to add this, right? I think the priority for Newcastle is the Carabao Cup. From the way things are looking, it does seem we have put all our focus and energy on a cup run.
Yeah, because when was the last time you lot won a trophy?
Years ago.
Bro, Intertoto. 2006 or something. Intertoto Cup. Do you know what I mean? But I know we're putting all our sort of energy on the cup run and getting a cup. I think that's the priority for the new owners and especially the fans. They just want to see us win something. But as you and ST said, bruv, mathematically, looking at the table, looking at the number of games, looking how close we are, bruv, we do forget that it could easily be the bookie's worst nightmare if you put a bit of money on Newcastle right now and they go ahead and win. You know what I mean? So I'm optimistic, but I'm also realistic, bruv. I think we're gonna go for a good cup run, and we're gonna try land in Europe at least, anywhere. You know what I mean? Whether it's Europa League or Champions League. But I'm very happy, bruv. I'm very, very happy. I think looking at the table, looking at the club, there's only really two clubs that can be satisfied, and that's Arsenal and Newcastle. Everyone else seems to be kind of cack at the moment.
No, 100%, bro. And listen, as I said, you have every right to be buzzing. And Newcastle are playing some good football, bruv, and winning away from home, causing everyone all sorts of problems. Like ST, when you look at it, bruv, like obviously everyone was saying Trippier, like the Trippier buy, everyone was questioning it. He's come good. They got the real Bruno in Bruno Guimaraes, bruv.
Hey, listen, he's better than Bruno. We have to give Bruno credit. He's doing this thing at the moment. So, but at this moment.
Yeah, they got the real Bruno Guimaraes, yeah. And then, bruv, when you look at it, obviously Callum Wilson's been leading the line very, very well.
Almiron.
But Almiron is, bruv. Almiron watched The Last Dance, bruv, and saw what Jack Grealish said and said, I took it personally, bruv. Yeah. That's what he's on, bruv. And then obviously, then you got to remember, but you also got to remember ST, and this is what I'm saying, bruv. Like Europe is the minimum requirement, bro. Saint Maxi, who's been injured on and off, but he's still come back. Isak, the record signing, Isak still has to come in. He has to come in as well, bro. And obviously they got the GOAT, Joe Linton. Like,
he's balling in midfield still,
bro. Like Newcastle.
And hey, listen, one to watch. Botman, Sven Botman, bro.
Yeah,
keep your eye on him.
Yeah. He's good. He's good, bro. So when you look at all the components that Newcastle have got, plus the fact they could go ahead and buy in January as well, bro, I think everyone else has to be scared.
I just think Newcastle, for me, are a goalkeeper away. They just need a goalkeeper. I don't think you replace Dubravka personally.
Oh yeah, because they got, is it Pope?
Actually, sorry, yeah, no.
What?
Scratch that. Pope's a goalkeeper.
Forget that. I was actually upset when Dubravka left, but when we got Pope and he started performing, I was like, yo, was he ever this good? Like, did I miss something, bro? Because I don't remember him being that. Yeah, he's
okay, no, Newcastle are a serious team.
We are doing all right now, man. And I think what we need to do is just add depth to the squad. It seems like we've got a good 11, and now we just need to get a really good bench and a few good squad players as well. And who knows, bruv? It's limitless, isn't it, man? Sky's the limit for Newcastle.
With the owners, 100%, the sky's the limit, bro. And ST, when you look at it, moving away from Newcastle, and then you look at the rest, bro. Fortunately, we haven't got enough time to get into United, but when you look at the rest, United, Chelsea, Tottenham, obviously you got the likes of Leicester. I feel like there's someone else I'm missing, but I can't remember from my head. But I think that's it. When you look at those teams and then you add Newcastle into the mix now, bro, I think especially Spurs, United, and Chelsea, Liverpool was the other one, sorry. Yeah, Liverpool. When you look at those four, and then you got Newcastle and Leicester hovering around, bro, top four is looking like it's going to be a hard slog till the end of the season, bro. So I think all the other big clubs need to be concerned.
Yeah, we need to be very concerned. There is not one club that the clubs you just mentioned that is putting a consistent run. The only three teams that are putting really consistent runs are Arsenal, Newcastle as well, because they've been really consistent, and Man City. The rest of us, we can't. One day we'll win, one day we won't win, one day we'll lose, and it's all tight there. Everybody's at a similar level, up to like 8th. So it's really like it's all for grabs. I mean, we are in it. Chelsea don't have the strongest depth.
Oh, they're dead food, bruv. Chelsea are dead food.
Yeah.
Chelsea are dead food, bruv. Like they're not doing nothing, bruv.
Yeah.
Bruv. Chelsea are 8th. They're 5 points off top 4.
You man are not rating Potter, yeah?
I think Potter's a very good
I
manager,
think he's
but
a good manager,
bruv,
but he's just come
bruv,
into a shit show.
it's just a Chelsea curse, bruv.
Yeah,
When you
he's
go
come
to a
to
shit show and the
yeah.
big man is now gone, right? That ran it, and now you got this Todd Bowley, bruv, that's trying to probably trying to turn them into an NFL team, bro. Dead food. No one's worried about Chelsea, bro.
Man, like London Cowboys, yeah.
And bro, I'm telling you, bro, no one's worried about Chelsea, bro. They've lost their loss.
Man said the Chelsea Broncos, you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what they're on. That's
Bro,
what they're
West
on.
London Blues, bro. West London Blues from the Pez days, bro.
Yeah, that's what they are. Yeah,
Taking the piss, bro.
nah, that's what they are, bro.
I'm telling you, but yeah, when you look at it, all the other big teams need to be concerned because Newcastle are there, they're coming, and top four is going to be a hard slog. But man, them quickly, because we got to wrap up quickly. League is about to restart. Who's winning the league this season?
City.
Newcastle.
No, don't laugh. Listen, don't kill man's hope like that, man.
Listen, I have to let the man be confident they're in the position mathematically, bro, where they can win it.
We can't chat.
I can't say nothing.
One word. The answers were two words. The answer,
bro. They got the answer, bro. When
That's
they got
the
the answer,
the best English
got a
coach
chance
for a while.
Bro, you got a chance, bro. But I'm saying City as well. And top four. Who's finishing in the top four, ST?
Arsenal, Man City, Newcastle, and Man United.
2.
I was gonna go for the same, but for the sake of switching it up, it's gonna be Arsenal, City, Newcastle, and fuck, it's hard, bro.
It's so hard. I mean, I would even say Man United are the ones that you can swap out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I'm gonna say Spurs, bro. Fuck it. I'm gonna say Conte. Yeah.
Not fair. I say Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool, and United finish in the top four. I think Newcastle will finish 5th. But listen, we're going to see what happens, people. We are going to see what happens. The Premier League is back. It's going to be emotional. It's going to be exciting. And we're going to see what really happens because everything is still up for grabs in the Premier League. And we are going to wait to see how it unfolds. But people, we got to wrap up here. Let us know what you think in the comment section. Let us know what you thought about the World Cup. Was it the best World Cup of all time? Was the World Cup final the greatest of all time? Let us know what you think about the GOAT Lionel. Does he deserve his flowers? Do you have somebody else? Let us know how you feel about Mbappe. Is he the next one? Is it the passing of the torch? Is Mbappe the next guy? Let us know about Fraud Watch. Who you got on Fraud Watch? Have you got anybody to add from the World Cup on Fraud Watch? Let us know what you think about the Premier League being back. Who's going to win it? Is it going to be Arsenal? Is it going to be Man City? Is it going to be Newcastle? Will Newcastle win the league? Let us know who you think is going to be in the top four as well.
We need to add that to a segment as well. Fraud Watch, man. That was. Hey, listen, we need to make our own little segment. That would be.
Listen, bro. Trust me, TJ. I'm expecting like a little intro, like with some music. You know, proper. Bro, let's make this our thing, bro. Let's make this our thing. Let's copyright it. Fraud Watch is ours. Anyone that tries to copy it is getting sued. They can hear from my fucking legal team. Do you know what I mean? Fraud Watch is ours, bruv. You heard it here first. Stay tuned for more Fraud Watch segments.
Nah, 100%, people. And yeah, let us know if you think it's going to finish in the top four as well. We want to hear from you. And as usual, before we go, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Get the likes up, get the subscriptions up, and say all the time, share. We are here. As I say all the time, the only channel on this platform that does a variety of different sports with so much information, so much banter, and as you can see, so many new segments to come as well. And yeah, that's it from us, people. Listen, Christmas time's coming up. ST, what are you doing, bro? You staying at the mumsies?
Yeah, just with the mums, food, enjoying and everything like that. Yourself?
Bro, you know, bro. Listen.
Yeah, you're here.
Breakfast, bro. I can't wait, bro. The ackee and saltfish, the fried fish, the bami, the plantain, bruv, the mutton. Oh, bruv. Oh
Ours
my
is the
days.
jollof.
That's the bruv. That the tooth. That's just breakfast. You know. That's not dinner, bruv. That's just breakfast. Then dinner is the frat. Huh?
I'll be envious, bruv. I'll be proper envious. Hey, man, I'm probably gonna come at one of your places, bruv. One of you two,
Bruv,
man, I'm gonna have
bruv,
you over
bruv,
for Christmas, bruv.
Feel free, bruv.
Go
Dinner,
for it, grab a plate.
fried chicken, barbecue chicken, little bit of turkey, rice and peas, macaroni and cheese, the parsnip. Hey, listen, oi. ST, I need some jollof, you know. I can't lie, bruv. I need some jollof, bruv.
Bro, you need to try jollof. You need to try wache. You need to try. But I like. But
I'm gonna
the
come,
thing
bro.
is-
I'm gonna come with my container, bruv.
yeah, listen, come. You know what it is, yeah. Caribbean food and African food are very similar. Man. Like, just come, listen. What you're
Bro,
seeing-
too, we need some food from you as well, bruv.
Yeah, bro.
Hey,
I'm not
bruv,
gonna-
listen, man. You lot remember when we went to the Iranian place, bro?
Yeah,
Don't
yeah,
watch,
yeah.
bro.
Yes.
We'll do it again, bruv. When I come back, I'm probably gonna come back in January, but for sure, bruv. Us,
Yeah,
man,
we'll
are
do-
definitely. And who knows, bruv? The fans should stay tuned. We might have a proper live in-house poddy. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
I'm going with you.
I'm sorting that out. I am sorting that out. So people, even though we're not on as much as we are, I am trying to sort stuff out in the background, bruv. So when we do come back fully and we're back to everything out every week, we are good to go live, because I did promise it to you from ages ago and I haven't delivered, bruv. But you know where it is, life takes over. We all got to work. We all got things going on in our lives. So it's all a bit mad in the place. But people, I want to say thank you very much to my guys, ST and Tooth, as always. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
No worries, man.
Thank you, bruv. Pleasure as always.
Pleasure.
People, coming up, we will be back in the new year. Yeah, definitely back in the new year to see the new year in. I don't think we will be back. I will try to be back just before the new year. If not, we'll be back in the new year 100%. But yeah, people, listen, enjoy Christmas, enjoy your time off, spend time with family, friends, link up, do whatever you need to do, eat, drink, be merry. Hopefully we will see you before the new year. If not, we will see you after the new year. And yeah, we shall see you very, very soon. Peace.
Peace.